Good morning. This is Leslie Walker-Hirsch, and today it is my great pleasure to be speaking with Stephen C. Steve is the owner and the director of the Globe Fine Art Gallery on Canyon Road here in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Steve has studied in New York City, studied art in New York City, Paris, and Mexico, and finally came to the best place for glass art right here in Santa Fe. Hi, Steve. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Good morning, Leslie.
Great. Thanks for taking some time to speak with me today. Now, whenever I go to the Globe Gallery, I'm always expecting to see some wonderful glass art, and I have never been disappointed. So, how did you become interested in art glass as a medium of expression for your gallery?
Well, the interesting thing is that being from New York City, I was always surrounded by art, going to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the Frick, all the different collections in the city. And then I moved to Paris, and in Paris, I was able to go to all the museums for free because I was teaching part-time. And I got a great introduction to sculpture, glass, paintings. I traveled around Europe, and then I ended up in Latin America. And I was in Oaxaca, Mexico for 7 years, which is the art center, one of the art centers of southern Mexico, and experienced that culture as well. And I'm bringing all the information I have from those three places here to Santa Fe, and I put together a wonderful collection of glass just through my travels over the years.
And so, will you speak French to us too?
My French kind of turned into Spanish, and now it's back to English. So
Okay.
It's kind of Spanish and French, which is very strange. But when I get back there, I can speak fine.
Great. So, Steve, who are some of the artists that whose work you represent in your gallery?
One artist I love is Ruben Fasani. He's from Argentina, from Buenos Aires, and he does these beautiful, tall, stainless steel and glass outdoor sculptures. People love them for their courtyards, their gardens, and interiors. Another artist I represent is Kurt Sullen. Kurt's amazing because he does Corten steel structures with very, very thick pieces of glass. Some of them take 4 months to anneal in the kiln, and 50% of the time they're broken. His biggest expense is just keeping that kiln on for 4 months. But the juxtaposition between the glass and the steel is spectacular. And then I also have other artists like Tim Stover, who does these beautiful small pieces, and it's all cold worked over and over and over again for months. Very detailed, which is completely different than Ruben and Kurt's work. So I'm all over the map when it comes to glass. I'm all in. I love it.
Great, and we're always happy when you host some of our Maestro events at your wonderful gallery. So how did you discover these glass artists? How did you meet them? How did you connect with them?
Well, mostly through the Glass Alliance of New Mexico. When I moved here to Santa Fe, I started working as a director of a gallery, and there are a number of glass artists I got to know. And then through the lecture series, I got to know more and more artists and different types of glass. That was about 6 years ago, which was a great introduction and a learning experience for me to be able to pick and choose the artists I want and try to develop a following for them here in Santa Fe.
So this is such an important reason for artists to become active in Glass Alliance New Mexico, because you never know who you're going to meet in Santa Fe at a Maestro event. You may even get selected by a gallery to represent you. So go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was going to say absolutely, because sometimes there are glass artists that I love, but I wouldn't have a market for them. But I do recommend them to other galleries as well, not only in Santa Fe, but other places in the country. So it's a great organization to be involved with.
Well, good. I like them too. So listen, I asked Steve to pick out a work of glass that's in the gallery to talk about. What did you pick out, Steve?
This piece kind of symbolizes everything that I believe in. This right here, this is by Kit Karbler.
And Kit was one of our maestros, wasn't he?
Yes, a number of years ago. He's been blowing glass since the 70s. and he is actually extraordinary. So this piece, if you look, he has the pipe on this side, and then he puts clear glass around the pipe, and then he uses rods of glass and centrifugal force to get one color on top of the clear. Then he does clear again, and then a second color, clear again, third color, and sometimes clear, and a fourth color. So he's doing all these things with centrifugal force to make these beautiful, beautiful curves here. And then as he blows it out, as you can see, the glass, the lines here diffuse and almost look like watercolors.
Beautiful.
And if that wasn't spectacular enough, after he does all that, you can see he cuts this out with a diamond cutting saw. So he has garbage cans filled with broken glass that he's hasn't worked out. But what I love about this is the weight of this, the craft of this, the beauty of this, and then the beautiful cuts that he makes to make it just so sublime, actually. And if that wasn't enough, when the sunlight hits these pieces, they shoot rainbows all over the gallery.
Ah, lovely.
And I didn't know that until one day I came in, and there was a rainbow across my chest, and I was looking around to see where this came from. I thought it was another piece of glass, and it was kid stuff because the morning sun was coming up. So I like that it involves, to me, art, even painting and sculpture, starts as a craft. And you need to spend 10 or 20 years making objects to know what direction you want to go in. And then once you know your craft, kind of like the old apprentice system, then you can, with that foundation, you can move creatively in any direction you want.
Wonderful.
And I think that's incorporated completely in every one of Kit's pieces.
And they're also varied and they're also beautiful. So, Steve, if one of our viewers wanted to learn more about Globe Contemporary Art Gallery, or even if they want to come and see you on Canyon Road, how would they go about that?
They could check out our website at globefineart.com, or give us a call at the gallery at 505-989-3888, and we're at 727 Canyon Road. We're in every major publication. Or just Google us, and we have glass from the tiniest little spectacular pieces to huge 100-inch pieces that you can put in your garden or put in your home.
And you
in every style and color. It's
and
gorgeous.
you display them in your sculpture outdoor garden next to your gallery, attached to your gallery, which is magnificent.
Yeah, I've got a beautiful piece in front of the gallery too from James Kelsey, 1,600 pounds of glass, and when the light comes through that, it looks like the water on in the Caribbean. It's absolutely spectacular. You can see it all up and down Canyon Road.
Fabulous. So, Steve, thank you so much for taking time this beautiful Sunday morning. And I know Globe is open 7 days a week, and you're there many of the days, and your able staff, Martha, is also there when you're not there.
Yes, and they're all, I've educated them all with paintings, sculptures, and the glass. So if you have any questions at all, we're here to help.
Great.
And
Thanks.
just experience the glass.
Thanks so much, Steve. We'll see you on Canyon Road soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Leslie. Bye-bye. Thank you.